two cameras. This one here, which is a pet camera and a security camera, so it has lots of functions, including being able to monitor things on your phone. It takes a card in there so you can record on it. You can speak to your dog if you're monitoring your dog, or into the room through the camera, and you can listen to what's going on through the camera. You can set an alert to tell you somebody comes in the room, and you can also press a siren if you want to try to scare somebody. And this is a bigger version from the same company, and it does all the same functions as this. It takes a card and runs off a USB lead and works through the internet. And the same company sent me this light. It's a security light, and it works off solar. So you can place it anywhere because you don't need any cabling for it. And it just works off solar, but it looks like it's a video camera. It looks like it's a security camera. So it's a dummy camera, but it's got a light on it that works from its own solar panel. So we're going to review these three things, and the company that sent me these have also got some of these to give away as well. So later on in the video we'll talk about how we're going to do the giveaway. Got one of them up here in the lambing shed. And there's a very weak signal up here because we're in the middle of nowhere at the back of the shed, but it's just working. And it's so we can keep an eye on these little ones. Somebody's happy. These are the orphan lambs. So for some reason the mother sheep has rejected them in some way, or they've had three and they can't feed three. So they're in here and they need to be kept an eye on. But how super cute are them? Yeah. And it'll scan around the shed so they can see any sheep that are lambing, and they can come out if they need assistance. What do you have to say about it? What do you want? Like woolly whippets. We've set this one up in the tea room. And the idea of this is when Maggie's not busy, she doesn't have to be in the tea room all the time, keeping an eye on the cakes. And with this having a sensor alarm on it, it'll make a notification on the phone. She'll know somebody's in here, and she can give them one of their lovely cakes and some strong coffee. Not the same size cake as I always get, though. I get special treatment. Look at that cake. You can see why we need a security camera on them cakes. Okay, look at that. Why is he a bit missing out of that one already, Maggie?
Because you've munched it.
So this is the G2 home security pet camera. And it's a really good piece of kit. Incredible for the price. There's a memory card you can fit into it, and you can work it all off your mobile phone. Links to the internet, so you'll be able to view what's happening with your whippets. But as my whippets don't really do much when they're in the house, apart from sleep. They might bark if somebody comes to the door, but most of the time you're watching whippets asleep. Which isn't a bad thing, is it, Lou? But it runs off a USB or a plug adapter. We've just got it plugged in there at the moment. You can sit it anywhere, and it links to the internet. So as long as this has got the local internet you've set it up to, and there's an internet signal where you're at, so your phone's got an internet signal, you can pick it up. And as I say, a memory card can be fitted into it as well. Using the remote control, it can be operated from your phone, and you can move the camera around side to side and up and down almost 360 degrees. It's got quite a turning circle on it. So if there's something happening in the corner of the room, you can move the camera to find out what's going on. Here's some of the specs on the pet camera I've just been using in the living room with Louis. You can have two-way audio on it as well, so it's 2K video, so you can speak to your dog and you can listen what's going on. I haven't switched that on when I'm filming because there's a bit of feedback when I'm so close to it. But it works fine, and you can actually talk to somebody in the room or talk to your dog. Has night vision on there, has a motion sensor. As I say, you can put it into a memory card in there and record what's going on, so you don't have to monitor it and record it on your phone. Or you can monitor it and record it on your phone, as I've done for this video. And there's a siren alert on there as well, so you can press a button on the remote control and set a siren off. And it can lead to cloud storage as well if you want to put it onto cloud storage. And all the functions on this are almost identical to the functions that are on the bigger camera that you've seen in the tea room and in the lambing shed. So I'm trying to film this on my phone so you can actually see how this works. So when you put it onto a full screen, down at the bottom here, you've got microphone on and off and speaker on and off, and you press these and you can start recording, or you can take a photograph. And this here is your joystick. So if you move this around, you can see it starts to move the camera around from one place to another. And you can zoom in, see what's going on. When you're in the standard form of the app, you've got all these additional things on here. So talk mode, you can actually set a siren going, and you can move the position, and there's an alert symbol as well. So if it identifies something, it will send you an alert, it will send you a message. So you could set it up in your living room, and if you wanted to know if somebody went into the living room, like Mag is going to do with the tea room, it'll actually send a message to your phone and let you know somebody's in there. So quite comprehensive, and there's a lot of technology in that for the price. The app's simple to use. You download the app and you set the Wi-Fi up for the actual unit, and it gives you a QR code that the actual security camera scans, and that QR code then memorises the internet onto that camera and enables you to set it up from there. You can have more than one camera set up, and the app is the same app and the same functions for the cameras you've seen in the lambing shed and in the tea room as well. Now in the camper van, I think this little camera, this isn't a waterproof camera, so it needs to be inside. The other one you saw in the lambing shed and the tea room, which is the same camera, is waterproof and can be used outside, but this is an internal one. But in the camper van, you see it following you around, you can set it to scan round to lock onto movement. Now I'm thinking of fitting this upside down on here, on this plinth here, which means we can keep an eye on the dogs if we leave the dogs in here unattended, and it will obviously see out the front window as well. It's got with the sensors on it, you can listen to what's going on. If you put the SD card in the bottom, it will record even when you're not monitoring it yourself, and it can upload things to a cloud that can be saved on your phone as well, so you can look back at any recordings that have taken place. Really clever piece of kit, but in a camper van I think it's going to be great, and it's got night vision as well, so it will work without the lights on. So if you're parking your camper van somewhere, and as long as you've got Wi-Fi, we have a Wi-Fi system in our van here, and it will link this to that, and we'll use it in here, and the bracket that comes with it clips onto the bottom and can be unclipped. So if you want to clip it from here off the bracket when we fitted it, we can just take it into the house and plug it in. It just needs a USB lead. Very, very clever. I love the way it follows you around. And of course, if you don't want it on when you're using the loo or anything, you just unplug it. But it links straight back into the internet straight away. There's no reset once you've unplugged it. So I'm so impressed with this. I wasn't over interested in the cameras when they first come through. I thought I'll do that, there's a good giveaway, we'll review the cameras. But since I've had a chance to play with them, and the price of these are just incredibly cheap for what they are. So yeah, that's going to be fitted on camper van. As I say, I think it's going to go under here, which means it'll be able to get most of that vision there, be able to look down to Rosie in a cage, but also it'll fit the front of the van around there as well. And with its night vision, we'll be able to leave it on if we leave the camper van on the night somewhere. We'll just be able to check on what's going on. And it also has a siren, so if it detects a movement, an alarm will go off on your phone, and you can set a siren. So if you see somebody messing about with your van and you want to let them know that you've seen them, you can press a button on your phone on the app and it'll set a siren off on the unit as well. I'm obviously filming this during the day, so I've put it in a dark cupboard just to show you how good the night camera is. And there it is, just in there. Look at that. You open the cupboard and it turns around to look at you. It looks like something off Star Trek, doesn't it? R2-D2 or whatever it was called. And there it is, in position. It's not in the way there, it's out the way, so you won't bang your head on it while you sat on the seat or anything. And it should get a good view through the side windows, through the front windows, down to Rosa, because it does rotate all the way down, and it will rotate to that side of the bed as well, and look out the back window, back side window. So the winner of the Vitoman power unit, I don't know, because as usual we're filming this before the deadline, but I will put in a clip now of the winning comment, and that winning comment is the person who's won the Vitoman. We're going to cover the postage, there's no cost to anybody. So if that's you, we'll send you a message in the comments of YouTube, and we'll communicate through email, through my email as onemanandhiswhippet@gmail.com, and we'll get that off to you through the post as soon as possible. And there's plenty more videos to come, and there's plenty more giveaways to come as well. So stay tuned, and you might be the lucky person next time. But thanks for everybody entering, and thanks for all your support on the channel as well. The same company sent this security light, which has a dummy camera in it. And this is the unit. It's solar powered. So it's got a little solar panel on the top there, and a switch underneath. So there's a simple switch there, you switch it on. And when it's dark, the solar panel knows it's dark, and the light automatically comes on. And it's pretty bright, but it's got the indication of a camera in the middle there, but it is a dummy camera. And obviously you can fit it up on a wall, outside your shed, wherever you need it. It comes with this adjustable bracket, so you can put it almost any angle. This is how bright it is when it first comes on, and it's got a motion sensor into it. So as somebody goes by, it'll come on. It comes on bright, then after a few minutes it drops off. But it's quite bright. It's got a rechargeable battery inside that's charged up by the solar panel. The thing I like about this is it has a switch on it. I've seen some of these in the past that just come on when it's dark. But having the switch on that is if you don't want to use it on a particular night, you can switch it off. Or if you just want to use it for a particular time, you can switch it on and off. And very inexpensive. The quality is pretty good as well. It's well made. So the giveaway for these, there's one of these to be given away, the pet camera, the smaller one. There's one of these dummy cameras, solar security lights. And there's one of these bigger cameras to give away. It's only available to subscribers of this channel, and it's only available to subscribers that are in the UK. And the company are going to send these directly through Amazon to your home address. So to win one of these, same as usual, you just put in the comments of this video, I want one. And with the closing date is here, because I don't know when that closing date is going to be. And we'll randomly choose those 3 winners. We'll contact you through YouTube comments and ask you to email us at onemanandhiswhippet@gmail.com, and we'll get your address and your information, and we'll send it on to this company, and they'll send you these direct from Amazon. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.